missing? Where you been all this time? Broken or unbroken, regardless you're still mine, 'cause you belong to me. So hold on to me. Don't forget that I'm the one who made you, the one who's always going to crave you, pull you in, you're my muse. I know you love to be abused. I can show you off like a trophy, pull you in while you're on both knees. Let me show you the way, 'cause you're the only one I ever want to stay. I hear that you've been running, are you trying to escape? All that I can offer, come into my embrace, 'cause you belong to me. So hold on to me. Don't forget that I'm the one who made you, the one who's always going to crave you, pull you in, you're my muse. I know you love to be abused. I can show you off like a trophy, pull you in while you're on both knees. Let me show you the way, 'cause you're the only one I ever want to stay. Pull you in while you're on both knees. Let me show you the way, 'cause you're the only one I ever want to stay. 'Cause you're the only one I ever want to stay.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
ADS up and running.
Wall secure!
ADS active in the sector. Place device. Set device.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
Device set.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Nitro place! Using shield. Reload! Drone activated.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Activating drone.
Target located.
A really big fucking ball.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
Move out! Drone ready.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Fifteen seconds left.
No time to waste.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Operators, you have run out of time.
third floor. And now, who also misses stats, Wisconsin is sitting at 8th overall in Invite League, with GMU sitting at 12th overall in Invite. So both these teams are fighting for their second win of the season in week 5.
Yeah, and so GMU is coming in off their first win of the season. They're hopefully going to try to push it back in, but it does look like we had a couple AFK picks on some issues here. So we most likely will, unfortunately, be going to another rehost, possibly.
Yeah, we're going to have one of the teams leave in a
Defenders,
second
protect your bombs
here
from being
while
defused
we
by attackers.
fix a little bit more technical difficulties. In the time
When Ubisoft did go ahead and tweak this map a little bit, it has had more of a resurgence into the meta and showing that it is a strong map or a strong site on this map.
Yeah, I remember last spring, I believe it was, just after they had reworked this map. A lot of our post game interviews on this map, teams really talked about how they liked the map because it was new and no one really knew what to do with it. And now that people have set strategies, we're seeing people bring it out even more as they are prepared to, for instance, pick Echo and know what to do with him on a certain site and pick certain operators and really just play it out and it's past the playtesting phase at this point. People really know what they're doing, and it's become a staple map, just like Clubhouse, Consulate, and Bank.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, is going to be interesting to see the sixth pick off of the mute onto a castle, showing that Wisconsin will mostly be attempting to spread this site into a more horizontal hold of the whole first floor, and without any sort of anti-breach. It does see that they read into GMU's lineup a little bit, and there actually is no hard breach on the board for the attackers.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting. Not having a hard breach, not even six picking onto it. The six pick on the castle by Banana Cat is definitely wise. As you said, a lot of teams like to use castle to extend their range on that first floor site, and that's not even just a site thing for this specific instance. But we see that on like second floor clubhouse, where castles were really used to extend your defensive area.
Yeah, precisely here. And with the strong anchors that you are going to have, we're going to see Goyo being played to really help hammer down and burn any sort of utility, as well as waste some time in this bakery as two shields are going out. Possibly we might see a third here. Yes, all three shields are going to go down in bakery, kind of proving towards how Wisconsin is going to be playing this bakery area. They're most likely going to be hard anchoring on it and not wanting to relinquish control.
Yeah, we see over there by Akazi and Jason in the bakery area, they have a castle and barricade set up and then impact at that hole in the wall. So it's a very strong choke when it looks like they're going to be really playing around that bakery entrance, trying to slow down GMU as much as they can. And we're going to see if that works out for them.
And we are going to actually see Bonsai switching onto the Blackbeard, giving himself a little bit of saran wrap to cover up his face and take a few extra shots. Maybe give him an extra life, as we will see. But with the Zofia on the board, that is going to be the primary form of soft breach to try to remove these castle barricades as well as these Goyo shields. Possibly with the introduction of the Jaeger on Wisconsin side, maybe GMU might run into some trouble trying to get rid of some of this utility from the defense, but we will see as the round does progress.
Yeah, as we expected, Akazi is sitting behind those Goyo shields with the help of Castle to really just secure down that bakery entrance. Joe on the Capital is going to drone in and spot one of the players. Tyfree is going to get spotted out running away as we have another disconnect. Bonsai is going to DC from the game, hopefully going to come back before this round ends. Turtle droning third floor, not finding anyone yet. They're getting some map control, but they still need to put more pressure on first floor.
Yeah, and so we're seeing some droning down brown stairs, possibly looking in towards this dining side. With the buck playing towards Christmas market, there is a way that they can just go ahead and push down in bottom white. But as Joe is pushing in towards these windows, going to try to get some control up into excavation with the drone work he is doing currently. Does not seem that there are any roamers in this area.
Yeah, we do have B-Cat coming down on white stairs right outside of Freezer. They don't have the ability to open that up, so they're gonna have to really push as quick as they can into one of the doorways from Bakery or from the lobby. Actually, Bahoja is gonna take out Banana Cat, putting it back at an even game. That castle's gonna be taken down as B-Cat takes down Crux, putting it in favor of GMU despite losing a player early on. Akazi missing the C4, not gonna find anybody.
So now with 40 seconds left on the board, the four remaining attackers are up and pushing in towards the site. Bahoja is unfortunately going to get taken out by the roaming Jaeger swinging out of the bakery. However, B-Cat on the Zofia is going to go ahead and get this refrag in. 30 seconds left. It's a 2v3 situation. There still is some hope for these defenders despite being a disadvantage. There are the Goyo shields back up, as well as these goo mines of Legion can help slow the push in, possibly even deny a plant, as you do have to pull that needle out.
15 seconds remaining.
Turtle is going to push in from prep room. Going to take some shots at the wall, but not going to hit Akazi, who is currently stationed at a very good spot as B-Cat takes down Jason. Akazi is going to get the refrac onto Joe and is going to get taken down by B-Cat. B-Cat with a good showing this round, winning GMU their first round despite losing a player right off the bat.
Yeah, B-Cat actually went quite explosive there. I believe that was a 4K on the Zofia. Yes, it was. really strong showing out for him, and hopefully Bonsai will be able to hop back into this game and not have another rehost. But in this instance, we do not know.
And as per CEA Siege rules, a team can only call 2 rehosts max per game. So if they use their rehost right now, they're unfortunately not going to have any more for the rest of the night. So it looks like they might be saving it for later if they need it. Hopefully their player will come back. But they did win 4v5 on the last round after BCAT got a quadra kill.
Yeah, it's definitely, you want to win any round you can on Cafe Attack. This is historically quite defensive-sided. You usually see 4-2 splits going towards the defense. So, in this instance, going ahead and taking out Kitchen for their side is a good omen for how the rest of this half may turn out.
Yeah, I mean, right away, they're already doing good. We talk a lot about the classic 2-4 split on attack. Most of the time, you want to win at least 2 rounds on attack because when you go on defense, it's expected that you can win the 2 stronger sites that your team has twice. Bonsai will return as round 3 just starts. Action.
Yeah, and so we will be seeing a couple of players for Wisconsin playing upstairs, kind of treating this site of reading as you would defend the top floor, which is a pretty common strat that most teams do. You don't want to relinquish top control because both floors are quite destructible above the site. And as soon as you have that vertical control, it really allows you to do your execute and cut off any anchors, as they will be just sitting ducks below some destroyed floors.
Yeah, Jaces are going to be under fire in train from the dining room window. Hoja already droning out piano room for their team. Looks like they're going to make their push there, realizing that a lot of Wisconsin is stationed 3rd floor to protect that hatch, but they're going to have to put a lot of manpower into taking out those roamers early on.
And so we'll see some more drone work coming in from Joe on the Capital, making sure there's not any lingering roamers hunkered in around the new balcony era, as these attackers are on the roof waiting for the proper intel to push in. Joe will be going in towards white and not seeing the Jaeger sitting in bathroom. Possibly will be a missed drone, and we'll see how this plans out.
That's going to be very close as the ping does go out. It seems like they know that someone is there. Going to take some shots at white. Not going to connect. They still have 3 operators on here on the side of Wisconsin.
And BCAT is going to go ahead and use the lifeline of Zofia to burn out that ADS, possibly try to get some intel with the concussion grenades. Unfortunately, they were removed by Jaeger's device. BCAT is going to go and take some pop shots over towards Cocktail onto that soft wall. However, Joe is pushing up into bar with the Habana breach hole, trying to create some long angles, but Bahoja is able to go ahead and take out Banana Cat as BCAT does take out Akazi. BCAT with another kill as he's definitely feeling himself on these attacks. Getting another good set, a triple kill thus far.
It's all up to Jason. 1v4 against the original 4 GMU players from the start of the round, all still alive. 2 of them just barely, but he does have a chance as Jason picks up Joe for the kill, taking down the weakened Capital. Turtle is planting the diffuser as Joe isn't a 2-way firefight from different angles, is going to be taken down by Bahoja, ending the 2nd round win for GMU.
Yeah, right now, GMU is really just starting to roll in their attacks. They're starting to feel themselves. This 2-pronged attack on this entry from Bahoja and BCAT is proving too much for this Wisconsin defense to handle, even at a man down.
Yeah, definitely very good sign for GMU that they've won 2 rounds in a row being down a player. Definitely going to help them. It is their map, so they should be more comfortable. They've already hit their expected 2-win goal that they want to hit. If they can tie this up, they're definitely in a good position to win this map.
Yeah, definitely. If you go into a half 3-3 on attack, depending on how your defense is structured, hopefully that does propel you into a positive result for the overall map. But we will see as the defenders go back up to the 3rd floor site, which is definitely the most strong site on the map, in my opinion. This was the site that they were able to win on this 1st round, but since then, BCAT has really been awakened and is just taking his gunfights on the entry and winning everything.
Yeah, and I mean, it's important to note that 3 of the 3 rounds that we've played so far, GMU has lacked a 5th player, so having a 5th player at the start of a round going into action phase is definitely going to be very handy for them. They've come away 2 of the 3 times with a win, but the extra player is going to be nice for them
5 seconds
here
remaining.
as we're getting right into round 4. Similar lineups from both teams. We are going to see the Habana instead of the Thermite.
Yeah, so this Habana is most likely going to try to be able to breach from range and sort of stay in a more protected area. However, there is an Akami on the Bandit. Possibly could see some aggressive Bandit tricking because there is a lot more time for the defenders to react when those X-Cairo pellets go off. I believe it's a good 2 or 3 seconds longer than a Thermite charge, as well as you really hear that audio cue of those big fidget spinners slamming onto the metal barricade.
Yeah, they definitely are easier to bandit trick, and that could help them out here. It's also important to note the range. As you said, last time they did get really close with that exothermic charge, but now they can do it from the hatch and safely open up into piano. BCAT here is going to see someone get pinged on a drone. Also going to try to drone in train room area, making sure no one is there.
Now with these shots going over the barricade, that is a really narrow angle you can sometimes get really lucky on. But Jason Hugh has gone ahead and read into how he was droned out and slightly moved a little bit. He's taking an aggressive pixel fight onto this Habana. I'm gonna interested to see exactly how this does rotate out, as BCAT is actually goes beneath and blows up the Legion. That was actually a really smart play, you know. That's what the Habana was actually doing, was just baiting out that Legion to stay put, and then that big explosive grenade from the launcher of Zofia just went ahead and blew off the legs of that Legion.
In the meantime, BCAT did go down to Kazi, and a little bit too greedy with that lifeline, is going to get picked off by the white stairwell. Bonsai is going to try to support the team from those windows as Joe picks up Crux, putting GMU in a better position. Now have decent control, going to open up into bathroom and freezer.
With Typhri taking an aggressive angle on pallets, it's going to try to hold white as strong as possible. And as Akazi does go ahead and run out and take the Blackbeard of Bonsai off the board, there's now no window pressure, but Bahoja is going to go ahead and take out Banana Cat as he aggressively pushed into Cocktail, cutting rotations, goes ahead and takes out a second one on white stairs. The Jaeger's gone, and now with just the Bandit on the board, the Nitro is still in pocket, but Diffuser has successfully gone down.
Yeah, Kazi's going to miss the C4, is going to take a lot of shots from multiple directions, but is going to get the headshot onto Joe. Is down to just a Kazi versus 2 for GMU, and is going to get picked off by Turtle, holding a nice angle under the hatch.
A really strong post plant position here from Turtle. Most likely there was a drone holding white or sitting in Cocktail, feeding the information to him to just hold that passive angle and wait for the Bandit to run straight into the crosshair of his ACOG.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice trade of position. We had the run out from Typhri onto the Blackbeard pretty early on in that plant phase area, but then we had I believe it was Bahoja rush in and get a refrag, which gave them a nice trade for window control in return for site control, and that definitely helped them win their awareness to realize that only one person is on site, and it is a 3v1 in that regard.
Yeah, and when you have a player like Bahoja who's just really confident in taking those gunfights with that C8, you know, if he's going to definitely take those, he's going to push in, he's going to take his control. There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting round because it looks like we're seeing a similar lineup from Wisconsin, and the fact that they're doing almost identical to what they did the previous time. They have Banana Cat and Akazi use Goyo and that castle combined to really lock down the bakery side area. But the issue with this is last time GMU was not only down a player, but they didn't bring any hard breach. But now that GMU has Turtle running the Habana, they're going to have to watch their back from Freezer, which is a threat they did not have to deal with last time.
Yeah, and so definitely the way we saw GMU attack this last time is they pushed in towards dining. They just went straight in on bottom brown stairs, took out those roamers near the castle barricades, and just pushed straight into sight. You know, it was a really aggressive take that did work in the favor of them, and we're interested to see exactly if they are able to accomplish the same feat this round.
Reload!
Yeah, they could definitely take it a little more slow if they want to, because having the Habana is going to let them open up sight lines into Freezer and outside of Bakery, even from all the way out by the Christmas market. But they're going to have to set those up, as it looks like Turtle is going to go upstairs and try to take out some roamers. Speaking of roamers, Wisconsin is going to take out Bahoja pretty early on in the round.
Yeah, now with one of your soft breachers off the board, that is Bahoja, who has been doing quite well. Now the skeleton key trying to take any vertical control, as well as those the pair, pardon me, of frag grenades being gone is going to definitely hurt this attack, as they are going to push from a top down to try to clear any roamers.
BCAT is going to luck to push down white, as Bonsai is looking towards red stairs. They're going to try a little pinch maneuver here on second floor with Turtle droning out. They're not finding anyone here, as most of Wisconsin is trying to center themselves on Bakery and on Kitchen.
And so, like we said earlier, they've opted to not go for the vertical hold, as opposed to really spreading themselves out all the way across the first floor into more of a horizontal hold. This does allow for an easier retake if they are to lose sight, as well as if a team like GMU does want to do a top-down take, it's going to waste their time, as they're hopefully going to still be cautious as they're pushing down to this first floor, as in, like, there is about a minute left on the board, and now they are finally running into the roamers at a minute left, and that does spell trouble from GMU, as another player as Jaeger does go ahead and take down the Capitao off the board.
BCAT might be in a little bit of trouble here. Is going to use the lifeline to bail themselves out just a little bit, but going to have to take two fights, and is going to get down and killed by Crux's. Bonsai responds instantaneously by taking out Banana Cat. However, GMU is down to operators with only Blackbeard and Habana on the board. They're going to have to be careful here, as Bonsai just misses the kill.
But with one more shield down, Blackbeard does not have those 2 extra lives you're used to seeing, as Turtle is going to go ahead and get in a little bit of gunfight with Echo holding the ACOG, but then Tyler does go ahead and flank out of Small Bakery and get the shot straight through the back. Now in a 1v4 situation, Bonsai is in a bit of trouble. Going to go ahead and get stunned by the Echo drone, and goes ahead and whiffs the shots because of that effect on the screen. Crux is going to go ahead and whip out that bearing 9 and fry out Blackbeard.
Yeah, definitely a strong round from Wisconsin. You mentioned how GMU was pretty pressed for time due to having to clear out third and second floor. 100% of Wisconsin's kills came from their first floor positions. So that was definitely smart, realizing that GMU likes to push top down and playing around that by spreading themselves thin. With that, they are going to go back to Bar Cocktail Lounge, as they did lose that 2 rounds ago. So we could see a 3-3 tie here going into the half.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, with the difference between open and invite, one of the biggest things I've noticed from both casting and playing inside invite is you see a lot more adaptability within teams. You sort of aren't hard stuck within your strats, and you can sort of play in a fluid fashion to change up anything that might be weak and strengthen your defense, strengthen your attack, how you push things, and really work with your team to accomplish exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a nice adaptation from both teams last time, not only taking the hard breach on GMU's side, but for Wisconsin playing more spread out, more linearity than they had previously, and that really helped them win the round. This time, we are going to see a pretty standard hold to what they've been running. Not too much differentiation here between both teams, but they've gone pretty close. They're 1-1 on the site. Wisconsin has won bar first, and then GMU has won it the second time.
Yeah, and so the way Cocktail does work out is a lot of times you just need to win your gunfights. And that's exactly what Bahoja and BCAT have been doing for this GMU side. You know, they're able to get these picks early and really sling off the momentum they're creating here to try to turn those picks into site control.
Yeah, they're doing pretty efficient droning too. We saw the last 2 or 3 rounds, Joe leaving their drone outside of that door where they plan to rappel up. Getting that second drone pretty much can give you an extra life if you use it correctly. We are going to see GMU start to open up those hatches and start peeking down Skylight.
Yeah, and with the ban of the Thatcher, it does make it a little bit more difficult for Turtle to go ahead and breach onto that piano wall that we see done so well. But the Bandit is off-site, possibly going to play for a Nitro from below, trying to do here. But Bahosha is going to go ahead and get aggressive and drop Skylight. He is in sight here. It does not seem like the rest of the defenders do know, as he's going to be pushing in towards Cocktail, getting aggressive, trying to find out this player. However, Jason Hugh is going to go ahead and swing out of Freezer and take out Buck.
Yeah, definitely a little too aggressive, a little too early. That nice crossfire that Wisconsin had set up definitely netted them a nice early kill. Joe is going to try to pick off one of the anchors, especially that Echo. Going to be a very good pick if they can get it off, but Banana Cat is going to get away. To actually spot Bonsai in Freezer and is going to take out Jason Hu, but Banana Cat is going to get the refrag on a Bonsai, putting it back neck and neck.
Yeah, and so now as Turtle on Habana does go ahead and push in to take piano control, does hit a goo mine. Now his position is known for Akazi to go ahead and swing on this strong position we see with the shield. You know, he's waiting, he does go ahead and take a pop shot in and narrowly miss the head of the player.
Akazi's going to make a little bit more room by poking out that desk, but Joe is right there. Is going to get a quick peek around the corner, take out the Bandit charge, and take down Akazi. Still have Crux holding out in the bar Freezer. With that Habana wall open, it's going to be a little hard for them to rotate. Banana Cat is going to get hit with the lifeline. Just the impact side, though, is B-Cat is from below trying to support the team as Turtle is going for the plant. Crux does find someone, is actually going to down Joe, but it is not too late as Turtle stops planning.
So now Crux is in a very powerful position by retaking back this control in piano. Banana Cat is still alive on the Echo, and now on a 2v2 situation, Fry still has the very strong gun of the 416C, as well as the Echo drones, going to be trying to stop the plant. Now with 3 seconds left on the board, now with time hitting 0, the diffuser does go down for GMU. Now in a post-plant situation, it is going to be very difficult for these defenders to go back, but now as Banana Cat does get one pick onto B-Cat, the Zophia's off the board, and it does seem as if the Habana had been downed in a wonderful retake from this Echo and Jaeger.
Yeah, definitely good play from both sides. It looked like Echo was very close to denying the plant, but it looks like B-Cat managed to spot the Yaokai drone right before Echo could zap the teammate. However, no, Wisconsin getting it back. Definitely a good round from both. Gonna end the half 3-3 for both teams. Definitely good on GMU for holding up against those defenses.
And now we will see B-Cat taking an aggressive pick. You know, he's going to have this ACOG of the MP5. He is really feeling himself today. He's hitting his shots. They're going to put him on this fragging operator. Hopefully we will be able to see some more play as he is 9-3, holding that 3 KD. You know, when a player's feeling hot, you got to just keep on his momentum because Siege is such a mental game with so many issues we see with consistency. That's what really separates the milk. You know, you got the fat on the top, as you got the rest of the cream and all the milk. You know, consistency is really what helps people rise up to the top.
Speaking of milk, they are going to go upstairs, 3rd floor bar. I'm going to grab a little milk to drink here as they're already seeing a lot different lineups from both teams. We're going to see Jackal and IQ be taken out by Wisconsin, which is not operators we saw GMU really play or really hover at all. We are going to see Smoke and Rook come out, and the Mute. Already different lineups for 2 different teams. This is going to be interesting how they play around these new picks.
Yeah, so we will see the Smoke as well as the Mute coming in. That's going to be a double shotgun SMG-11 combo here, as well as the impact nades coming in from Rook. There's going to most likely be a lot of reconstructions on this top floor bomb site from these defenders.
Yeah, looks like Wisconsin is going to try to maybe clear out a little bit of bakery. It seems that's where some of their teammates were going, or maybe they're just repelling up. Crux is going to make their way towards the top floor as Banana Cat is going to help open up the piano windows.
Yeah, now there's most likely going to be some drone work coming in as this Crux actually did bring the Jackal here. You know, Jackal's a very strong operator on this top floor because there's the skylight as well as 2 hatches where you can see any footsteps from the defenders. You know, you can try to flush them out as much as possible. But Hoja is downstairs in garage looking to try to take anybody off of that south rappel. Maybe trying to get a single pick, but he will go ahead and rotate back up as it does seem the rest of these attackers are pushing in towards Piano.
Yeah, it's definitely smart realizing where the attackers are pushing from and coming up. We do have Akazi already making their way on red stairs just outside of engine room. Looks like they're gonna push in near Piano, not quite yet. Gonna opt to just protect their thermite. Jason is gonna open up that wall as the team is gonna fall back. Akazi already rushing in, spraying shots, not gonna connect anything.
Yeah, you know, that's something you definitely want to do when you get that piano wall open. You know, you really need to take that control as much as possible. Most people do opt to just sprint in with the thermite charge, you know, really try to take any defenders off of their guard. But as Bonsai is going ahead and sitting inside that freezer position as the smoke, he is in a strong position. You know, there's a lot of lines of sights you can open up deep for those smoke tosses to deny plant, as well as you have people like BCat holding long angles and taking off the head of the IQ with that MP5.
Yeah, and that's the power of Rook on the site. You have so many angles you can make, especially if you're with an operator like Smoke. You can use that shotgun to open up a lot of angles. Speaking of angles here, we have Ty Fry looking through a cabinet all the way into freezer, is going to get the refrag onto Bonsai with a nice angle.
Yeah, that was a really deep angle, and now your primary big time-wasting anchor is off the board, but Bahoja has gone ahead and rotated up white to try to get a flank in there. Going to try to take back piano control, as that is where the attackers are seeming to stack up. BCat does have a really deep angle, and he does go ahead and get 3 as he does catch the timing of the player dropping skylight. Unfortunately, Ty Fry is able to get the refrag out, but as Turtle takes down Banana Cat, it is a 1v3 situation for this Zofia. Is flanked by the mute, but unfortunately will be taken out. With 5 seconds left on the board, Diffuser is down, and Bahoja will go ahead and whip out that P12 and say goodnight to Ty Fry, as well as the ending of this round.
Yeah, we saw a nice triple kill, a nice hold from GMU. You know, Wisconsin also did well, especially in taking control of the piano side. The mute really stopped their ability to push quickly because they had to play around those mute jammers and really get those down before they could open up sight lines in freezer. So the mute was definitely a strong pick. Already we're seeing new picks again as we go down a kitchen. We're seeing a clash come out from Bahoja, which I'm honestly not surprised. Not only because players like to play Clash, as I'm talking, they switch off to Goyo. So we're having a little bit of a more common lineup here, but we are seeing the Ash and the Mozzie come out.
Yeah, it's definitely you got hit with a little bit of the caster's curse. As soon as you talk about something, it does shift up. We will see there will be some sort of overlap between the hold of Wisconsin and CMU, as they both are opting to take the Goyo. However, it most likely will be seeing a different approach as to the exact placement of these shields, and I'm excited to see how it does turn out.
Yeah, especially with that castle. It already looks like they're ignoring that one wall on Bakery side, north side to be exact, towards the red stairwell. That GMU really Wisconsin really like to play. It looks like they're going to opt to, maybe as I said that, they do it again. Okay, they proved me wrong. They are going to go for a very similar hold there. Looks like Goyo might be focusing utility more there. They are bringing Bandit, and that's an interesting strategy. Opening up that little, rotate hole in freezer.
Yeah, that rotate hole in freezer does allow a lot of rotation in between sight and out. However, it can work as a double-edged sword, as if you can get out of sight, those attackers can get in if they do read into this situation. However, Bahoja and BCat does look like they will be playing and trying to protect that rotation. Here, they have a Goyo shield. They've got 2 of their strongest gunners on here. GMU is going to be holding this backside as well, maybe possibly Bandit tricking the main bakery wall, as it does seem they're relinquishing a little bit of control in opposite of how Wisconsin was playing the site.
Yeah, Nakazi and friends are already clearing out cigar shop, piano lounge area, and they're doing pretty good in terms of getting that early control, but they're going to have to watch out for BCat, who's roaming on the opposite side, second floor. can definitely get a late flank with those pests. Is also going to be deadly with that C4, possibly getting a kill or two from below.
As well as that Roni does kill quite quickly with the high fire rate and does have a good amount of damage, as well as most players do really like that Vortex sight here. But saying that, Crux does go ahead and get the opening kill onto BCAT, and with the Mozzie off the board, that does remove a C4, as well as that shotgun that could be used to make some surprise holes to really surprise some attackers and get some late flanks. But it does seem as if Wisconsin is going to be playing up in train, possibly trying to get some opening into the floor, flush out some roamers, or anchors, pardon me. And Crux will be going ahead and taking the control down into Harry Potter and bottom red.
Yeah, Crux is going to have to be careful here, as there are GMU players nearby, but Hoja's kind of camping near VIP section, just waiting, taking out a drone right there. Not too much going on besides that, as it looks like Wisconsin is focusing more on bakery now.
That definitely is the more traditional attack that we see, as Joe will be playing here with the Jaeger. You know, you want to have your best gunner in this position, trying to hold it down solo, holding with these shields, having a strong gun, but he will go ahead and fall back as the Sophia blows up that Vulcan shield here, flushed right into the vertical control. However, it was unfortunate that the player playing upstairs was not able to find that frag.
Unfortunately for them, they're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but Akazi is going to push in despite the Goyo shield. Jason, who is going to open up into kitchen prep. They have decent control, but only 25 seconds left. Not sure how they can do this without getting a few more picks first. We see Turtle and Joe really holding down that first site, as Wisconsin is going to take out Turtle, giving them a position they need as Bahoja responds by taking down Banana Cat. It is a 4v3. Akazi is going to get the pick onto Joe. It is a 4v2. 5 seconds left. They have to put the plant down. Bahoja is going to get picked off by Crux from the stairs with the triple kill. It's all up to Bonsai and is going to get taken down. Akazi getting the final kill for the round. Wisconsin winning their first attack for the map.
Yeah, it was definitely a strong take, as both the IQ and the Ash were able to just sprint on in and take their gunfight. When you have those 3 speeds with those fast killing guns, if you're picking heads, you're gonna win your gunfights, as we all know how Siege works, one-shot headshot with any weapon. But, you know, when you're taking your map control, you're winning your opening engagements. It is a good amount of momentum you can swing into your favor. And now we will see a tied-up map and a return for GMU to kitchen.
Yeah, it's a little bit of stat here. BCAT is currently sitting at 12 kills, 5 deaths, I believe, not including the statistics from the very first round due to the rehost, but definitely a good showing from the top frag of GMU. Wisconsin, though, still fighting in it. It is a 4v4 currently, anyone's game, first to 7.
Yeah, now we will see BCAT actually going ahead and picking the Alda, which is probably the most terrifying gun you can run against as an attacker. You have 81 bullets of an absolute machine gun that fires at such a high fire rate. 81 bullets, you can take out an entire team with that pretty easily and have a good amount without even having to reload.
Yeah, it's definitely the gun you use when you clutch. BCAT having that is definitely going to be very strong. Going to use that high kill percentage to convert on the end. And it's going to help them, especially late round, because last round we saw, despite being short on time, Wisconsin managed to win a 4v5 situation on kills alone, not even needing to plant the diffuser. And having the Aldo with the Maestro is going to help them there, because they're going to have more firepower, as you said, more bullets. And those Maestro cams are definitely going to slow them down a little.
Yeah, it's definitely, the Maestro cams have sort of switched from a tool to damage defenders. You know, a lot of people used to use them in a way to just zap and get free damage as well. But now they're sort of more, almost like they're essentially a bulletproof camera that give a lot of intel for these defenders. You can really see exactly how the attackers are going to be pushing, as well as waste any utility possibly, because you will have to use either a sledgehammer, a grenade, or some sort of soft breaching around to get rid of them.
And speaking of that, Wisconsin brought a lot. Zofia, Sledge, and Ash are all capable of taking out Goyo shields and the Evil Eye, so they're going to have a lot of help with that. Kazi already getting droned out by Jason, going down by Reading Room and Laundry. Not going to find anyone in Laundry. Is going to open up a peek hole or two into Reading. Currently just your usual drone
Yeah, no, they're definitely. I'm liking how Wisconsin is reading into how GMU is holding this basement site. No, they're really just like how they played it. They stretching out the attack into a more horizontal hold. So they're not getting wasted out on their timing. They're just going to go ahead and drone heavy and push in aggressively here and try to take as much map control as possible. Right now, we're seeing the sledge going ahead and opening up angles in an aggressive manner, trying to flush out any unfortunate victims on site who are unaware of the strength of these attackers sitting above.
Yeah, and Banana Cat bringing the Nomad is going to be very strong as we see a nice placement of an air jab on that little neon green sign right there. Definitely going to help hide that as they're covering their flanks to keep control of this vertical gameplay as Akazi and team opens up a lot of that area by taking out those Goyo shields. Joe in a very awkward position.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun to have so much utility dumped on you. Right now, you're fully alone. There's drones coming in at you. They know exactly where you are, and you have to try to just waste as much time as possible. As he will get a pick onto the entry frag of Akazi, but here Ty Fry is able to get the immediate refrag and take control of Bakery.
Yeah, definitely a good trade for Wisconsin. Losing your Ash in order to take control of Bakery, definitely very advantageous. They're going to have to watch out for Bonsai coming from behind, though, hanging out towards the VIP lobby entrance. Jason Hu, however, is going to open up not only into kitchen prep, but into Bakery as well.
With 8 seconds left on the clock, he is most likely going to have to go for the plant as Banana Cat does push in to try to clear out a path for him. But Turtle is going to go ahead and get the wall bang using the pings from the Maestro camp as Bahoja does take out the planter of Jason Hu.
Yeah, definitely came down to the wire there. They opened up that door, and I hadn't even realized that there's under 15 seconds left. And that shows pretty well that GMU took their time and really slowed down the attackers. We saw that, you know, the Jaeger on Bakery was getting taken out pretty heavily, but at that point they'd already wasted enough time that Wisconsin couldn't do too much.
Yeah, and when you have the Maestro still on the board, if you haven't taken out that camera, we actually saw in the kill cam, the Evil Eye was just shooting and absolutely bullying the Thermite, trying to plant, really whittling down his HP for Bahoja to go ahead and whip from behind and blast him with that TCSG.
Yeah, this is a big round because if GMU wins this round, they lock Wisconsin out of a win for this map. They will guarantee at least the 6-6 tie in their favor, and they only need to win 2 of the next 3 rounds in order to get the map win for the night. And that'll be pretty big for them getting their win because they're currently sitting at 1 win and 2 losses. Both teams only having 1 win. They want to get as many rounds as they can right here.
Yeah, I know both of these teams, you know, it is still about halfway through the season, but the lingering thoughts of relegation and that threat does sit in your mind, and this is probably one of the most important matchups for both of these teams. You know, definitely GMU needs to take this map in their eyes because it is their own map pick. It's the map that they wanted to play. So most likely you're going to try to at least get 1 point out of this series based on your decision.
Yeah, and last week was the cross divisional week. So a lot of these teams played teams that were not in their own division, but this is a divisional game. So Wisconsin and GMU currently sitting at the bottom 2 of 4 in their division, so they could potentially knock one of another up into the top, which would give them a decent chance at playoffs if they win this. So it's all going into playoffs here for these 2 teams.
Yeah, it's definitely with the addition and exactly how spring breaks are going down for teams, it is a lot harder to read exactly how the divisions are going because of how staggered the games are. There's not a lot of people going to be playing these default days for the next 2 weeks as spring breaks are coming in, and not everybody, it's not as standardized because of how widespread our league is. You know, some people have spring break this week, some people have it next week, some people even have it the week after. But hopefully we will still be able to see a good amount of good games and get them captured on stream for you guys to enjoy.
I mean, this is already shaping up to be a good game. A 4v5 already coming down. The rounds have been very close too. We are going to see a minute, 15 seconds into the round. Wisconsin has very good control of the Piano Cigar side, and that's going to prove very good for them later. But it looks like we do have Bahoja trying to flank around. No, it's going to come back up white, but Ty Fry is going to take down BCat. A good opening pick for them, taking out the
Yeah, and that was the rook that caused them so much harm with those long angles he opened up, taking with those ACOG. BCAT has been exceptional on this map, and seeing him go down does put a little bit of worry in the head of these defenders.
But Hoja is going to almost get Ash, played by Akazi. Not going to pick it up, though, as they're going to try to stare at each other for a little bit here. But Hoja's main worry is getting peeked from that hole as Joe takes down Tyfry. But Akazi is going to respawn by taking out Bonsai and Bahoja, putting them up with the double kill.
Now, Diffuser is going down. Turtle is going to try his best to deny this here, but as Akazi is pushed into sight, he's going absolutely crazy, picking off everything he can see with this Ash, as he is on a triple kill. Now, in a 4v1 situation, this retake is going to be very difficult, as Akazi does go ahead and swing on Cocktail and end the round in favor of Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge round for Wisconsin. They needed that round win, so they at least have a chance at winning this map. Now, whoever wins this round locks the other team out of winning the map, and that's pretty big, especially for the split tonight in such a close game. We see so many high kills. We see multiple players with 8. We have 2 players in double-digit kills with 6 deaths. This is a very exciting matchup here. It's only going to get more exciting as we go back to Bar Cocktail Lounge, 3rd floor, Wisconsin attacking against GMU.
And we will see very, very similar lineups to how we saw last time. Kazi's taking that Ash with that G36C. He's going to try to take more picks and take that site control that he was able to do last time. Hopefully, Bahoja playing on that white stairs, maybe even BCAT playing on Heaven with those long angles is going to try to not get picked as early as they did. However, we will try to most likely see some more adjustments from GMU that we can't really read into as much. Maybe they're going to try to switch things around with the same operators, possibly.
I think having mute is definitely going to help them out, because we saw once Wisconsin got control of the piano cigar side, they really opened up into bathroom and freezer pretty much right away, and that allowed them to get those early picks and get that early 4v2 scenario that let them win the round. But if the mute can slow that down, they have a decent chance to let BCAT sit with that MP5 ACOG and just pick off attackers one by one.
Yeah, as we're seeing a coconut bra angle here with the punch holes on that desk, it's a very hard angle. You gotta really, it's a pixel shot. You gotta hit that exact hole to try to take his head off before he takes yours off. It's not a very good position for the attackers to be in. However, we will see this piano take again as GMU is relinquishing control and not sticking anybody in there.
Yeah, I think they might want to go for a late flank here. It looks like BCAT is already getting flashed a little bit. Wisconsin playing very aggressive in terms of how they're using their utility early on in the round. 40 seconds in, and they've already blown 3 flash grenades.
And Bahoja's actually playing beneath and trying to open up some angles with this TCSG. I thought he was going to try to play for a Nitro, but he has gone ahead and rotated out. Actually, he is coming back now. Maybe he's going to try to trap these attackers as they push in on this red wall after the breach.
Bahoja's in such a strong spot. Opted not to go for the immediate flank. Instead, it's going to come back to help out the team as Akazi picks up Joe, getting a nice opening pick for Wisconsin. They have decent control now that the ear is gone. One of the best guns for defenders is off the board.
And here Akazi is going to go ahead and take out that Vulcan shield. It will waste about 10 seconds here as the fire does spread on that entire doorway. As now we are looking at having Akazi droning himself in, knowing the exact here, but Crux is going to go ahead and take that nade and actually down Turtle on the mute. And now that grenade also did go ahead and destroy the mute jammer and allow the breach of the thermite to go into freezer.
Yeah, with that kill onto Turtle converted, they have a 2-operator advantage that they had last time in a 5v3 situation with a minute left to go. Things are looking pretty good for Wisconsin. However, BCAT is going to pick off Jason Hu. As we said, those long angles with that MP5 ACOG can prove pretty deadly. BCAT might have a chance for another here. Wisconsin has the diffuser. 40 seconds left. They're going to have to think pretty quick here in how they're going to attack this spot that BCAT has. As I say that, Akazi gets the pick and Bonsai responds by getting a Kazi and Banana Cat. It's back at a 2v2, but Bonsai is going to go down by tie fry. It's all up to Bahoja.
Yeah, now with the diffuser going down, it is going to be a retake situation as Bahoja does only have 50 HP to the 200 combined HP of these defenders. He is playing beneath, however, he does not have the necessary information to get that nitro kill, as both of these defenders are attackers who are now defenders essentially, are holding up the staircases, really not allowing this retake situation to happen. Bahoja is going to go ahead and opt to go up red. However, there will be, I believe, a Nomad charge that will hit him, as well as a Claymore that he artfully dodges. However, he can't dodge the bullets of tie fry as he goes ahead and cleans up the Goyo.
Wisconsin is going to secure at least a tie for the map, which is pretty good for them coming back from that 4 to 5 round score scenario. Definitely very strong. The question here is, what does GMU do to get this tie?
You know, I think they're going back to kitchen, opting to have that site that they have had success on. They're bringing BCAT back onto the Aldo, which was a stronghold that we saw last time, as well as bringing the Bandit to try to slow down as much of the breaching that Wisconsin has been able to do. It's going to force Crux on the soft breach to go above and open up those angles to try to remove those Bandit batteries off of this wall, and that does take time off the board, and time is always in the favor of the defenders.
Yeah, I mean, as a defender, you time is your friend. You really don't have to play time or play with the time at all. If the attackers just stand outside, you don't have to do anything. You can just sit there and let the time run down. And we saw that last time that GMU went kitchen. That really helped them out, because by the time Wisconsin had opened up Bakery into kitchen, they only had 20, maybe 15 seconds left to get kills in plant, and that's just not enough time in a 4v4 scenario.
Yeah, and especially with the Maestro cams, those Evil Eyes still on the board, whittling down the HP, it did allow all of these defenders to sort of converge in on those attackers, as well as the pings coming in allowed the Bandit of Turtle to get that wall bang, if I do remember correctly.
Yes, round is the final round of the map. Final round in the half. And it's going to be pretty exciting. No overtime here at CEA. If GMU wins this round, the map is the tie. If Wisconsin wins this round, they get the map win and get at least a point for the night, which will be very nice for them in their playoff procedures.
Yeah, and definitely trying to snipe this map off of the opposing team. They will be going to Clubhouse after this. Yes, Clubhouse, and that is their map pick. That's their terrain that they chose to take this battle on. Hopefully they will be trying to push forward and take even more points if they can.
We are about just under a minute into the round here. Wisconsin already has decent control of second floor, but we know both of these teams don't really play second and third floor too much on kitchen. They really like to play linearly on the first floor, and Akazi is going to run into a pest. Some gunshots going off. Looks like Turtle took a little bit of damage here, as Crux is going to try to open up from above onto site with that hammer.
Yeah, and with that breaching hammer, as well as possibly the breaching charges from Zofia, they're really trying to open up these long lines of sights and remove anybody who's not really paying attention, as we'll see a frag grenade hope maybe taking out the Maestro. And yes, that is a down from Crux, and that is a huge pick onto BCAT. Actually, unfortunately, those beams are quite deadly if your grenade does miss, and BCAT will be brought back onto the board for GMU.
And that's just terribly unfortunate. As you said, BCAT, the top frag at GMU, without Alda being backup, is not going to bode well for Wisconsin. They do still have a shot here, though. 1 minute left as Bonsai takes down Akazi, putting it at a 5v3 for GMU. They're looking pretty good. They just have to hold it and play time. The Thermite's still on the board, but they don't really have the utility to open up into Bakery without any sort of Thatcher.
Yes, I do believe possibly the sledge did take it out, but Joe on the Jaeger is able to take out the hard breach here, as Bonsai does snipe the head off of Banana Cat here. But as Tyfry does get the refrag onto the Maestro, who was already down on 20 HP. He is in a 1v4 situation with 19 seconds left. He does not have Diffuser in here, but Hosha will get a wonderful one-tap onto Tyfry on the late flank.
Yeah, with that, GMU is going to tie their map up. Unfortunately for them, they could not walk away from the map with a dub, but 6-6 is better than losing the map. We are going to go pretty soon to the next map, which will be Clubhouse. Definitely a good map. Once we got through the little wave of technical difficulties in rehost, we got probably one of the best matches so far of the season.
Yeah, now we will go ahead and see an intermission break. So we will be close back to you guys with Clubhouse.
Welcome back, everybody, from a very brief interview. Time Maverick is banned, same with Thatcher, and that's really to help with the second floor site.
Yeah, as you are going into the CCTV, you want to be able to keep those bandit batteries alive and force the people to go below into lounge to really take those out with possibly an IQ or maybe just blow it up with a Zofia charge. We will see Bahoja doing a very similar action to what he did last time. He showed the clash, then went ahead and sixth picked it away, this time opting for a
Defenders,
dock
protect
to
your
hold some
bombs
long
and
angles as
defuse
they
by
are
attackers.
protecting basement arsenal.
Time to armor up.
Yeah, we are going to see, as you said, the dock come out. First time we've seen that operator tonight. And most of the time, or besides that, we see pretty similar lineups to what we saw in the previous map. We do have the Vigil coming out on B, and that could prove pretty useful as B has been doing very good in terms of roaming and getting frags for their team.
Yeah, and especially with a map like Clubhouse, it is on the smaller side. However, there are 3 floors
10
here
seconds left before
on
insertion.
this attack. But as
5 seconds.
whenever Vigil does activate that cloak, sometimes you can get the interference on your drones from below, possibly like if he is seen in pool, possibly if you're droning out master bedroom, you might go ahead and see those little bars pop up on your screen and really warn you, possibly with some misinformation, that he could be on the 3rd floor when he's actually on the 2nd floor.
Yeah, and it's all about time here because, the first minute and a half is all about getting as much map control as you can. Sure, getting early picks are nice, but really, the more map control you have going into the last minute, the better you are. So here we already see Jason Hu and teammates droning out and already clearing this master bedroom area, and they're doing pretty efficient of it. They have Banana Cat going all the way into cash, and they're going to soon see that they are entirely clear on this floor.
Yeah, and Kazi and Typhry are just flying through behind the intel of these drones, taking all of 3rd floor, as they will be looking towards possibly going into garage and taking some oil pit control, as Crux is pushing towards the lounge area, blowing open a wall, trying to cut any flank rotations through the bar area.
And it looks like there are a lot of gunshots somewhere. Not exactly sure where that is, as no operator has taken any damage yet. Crux is going to be pushing up into bar through stage, taking out the default cam just a second ago. And soon we're going to see Thermite come in and start to open these hatches. It's interesting how we don't also see the Hibana here, as a lot of teams like to pick both. But to each their own, as Jason Hu is going to start making their way into bar.
Yeah, most people do opt to take a Habana here because of that extra charge you can use for hatches. You can get all 3 hatches with Habana. You have to pick and choose those 2 hatches you want to blow up with that Texan dynamite of this elite Thermite of Jason Hu.
Joe has a pretty strong angle here. Nice little pixel peek. Possibly could take out one of the Wisconsin members. B-Cat, though, is on a nice flank. Coming up from garage very late in the round, could prove potentially deadly to Wisconsin if they don't become aware of it.
Yeah, as he is pushing into this lounge area, he is going to go ahead and take some steps towards stage, possibly going to find the unsuspecting back of Crux holding in Moto Hatch, as Akazi does get the opening pick onto the Rook playing down below in Moto. BCAT is going to be getting in an engagement quite soon. Actually does miss the buck, dropping quickly, but Bahoja is going to go ahead and get a pick, as BCAT does as well. Akazi does refrag onto Bahoja, and now we're in a 3v3 situation. 15 seconds left on the board. Diffuser's attempting to go down from Jason Hugh, but as BCAT does push up above, he's using the holes that the defenders or the attackers made to the advantage of the defenders.
Wisconsin does have the diffuser down. However, they're going to have to go against BCAT as Akazi takes down Turtle. Bonsai pushing up through that rotational hole. However, Wisconsin is looking right at it, but the impact is going to distract them long enough. However, Akazi's going to get the quadra kill, possibly an ace. It's all up to BCAT on that hatch. Timer is halfway down on the diffuser. BCAT peering in the back, not going to connect any shots due to that kitchen prep item there. BCAT is going to be taken down. Did Akazi? No. Jason is going to get B, winning the first round for Wisconsin.
You know, and definitely on Clubhouse, it is historically a very defender-sided match, and any sort of attacking wins you can take off of these defenders will prove quite strong. However, with Wisconsin having their map pick be Clubhouse, it is most likely that they're confident on both sides here, and they're going to look to really roll off of this initial jump start and really try to project themselves and propel themselves forward to take a good amount of rounds on their attacks.
Yeah, and they can definitely do it. That's a very nice first showing, especially against Church Arsenal, which is can be a very hard site to attack if the defenders play it very efficiently. And it was very close there. We saw BCAT getting a lot of kills actually on the late flank. But however, Akazi coming in with, I believe, what was a 4K, definitely good showing for the team.
Yeah, and we will see, actually, as Bahoja does opt to switch off of the dock to the mute, and try to deny any sort of droning here and work in conjunction with the Vigil BCAT to really keep these attackers not having the necessary information to push forward and clear and take map control.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing very good here in terms of how they're setting up. That mute is definitely going to be very nice to secure that church wall, but to me, it seems that Wisconsin doesn't really play for that, because if they did, they would also be bringing Habana. It seems from last time, they like to use their kitchen hatch to drop down and plant and use vertical gameplay to really get control of what they do.
Yeah, and on a site like Basement, it is really hit or miss on, you can either have a very heavy roam setup, as we see SSG does in Pro League if you watch that, they have a Mute Mozzie combo upstairs, or you can do as we are seeing GMU do, possibly only having one roamer that comes back to site quickly, as the rest of your defense is hunkered down inside the site.
BCAT is going to rotate back down to bar, trying to get a little bit of a late flank near lounge stocks area. Looking towards garage, as Crux is right above BCAT. They could run into each other pretty soon, but BCAT is going to opt to flank back down into blue.
Yeah, now he has gone ahead and wasted a minute of these attackers' time and is actually holding a really aggressive and deep angle onto these stairs. However, Crux will just opt to jump straight off the rafters, and BCAT's angle will be rendered useless unless somebody does peek oil pit drop.
Yeah, but BCAT definitely knows that someone is no longer up there. Most likely, as that was a pretty loud drop. However, BCAT is going to keep holding that angle as the rest of the team members kind of chill on site. They don't really need to do too much right now, because Wisconsin is just taking what they can of... Ooh. They are starting to open up into site.
We actually will see the impact grenade trick coming out from Turtle of the Rook. He's playing right beneath the hatch and has a little hole opened up. He's able to toss that explosive in and take out the thermite charge. However, he will be fragged out by the Zofia playing above. Yeah, they had a really good line of sight opened up by the Buck and allowed the Zofia to keep and trap that Rook as he tried to rotate out.
They're doing pretty good. They already have Turtle down. Wisconsin is pushing up slowly, but they need to watch their back as BCAT once again is coming from behind. They should be aware of it because BCAT did this exact same thing last time. Let's see if they can catch them out.
BCAT will go ahead and cloak out to possibly remove the threat of any pre-placed drones, anybody watching the flank on here. However, one does go ahead and drop in kitchen, but he's right behind. He sees the thermite drop, but it's unfortunate in the timing to mix it. Crux does go ahead and get an opening pick, but is refragged out by BCAT. He does find the diffuser of Jason Hugh going down. Now, diffuser's on the ground with 13 seconds left. They do have the vertical control. Joe does go ahead and take out Tie Fry as Bahosha takes out Akazi. Now in a 1v2 situation, Joe does go ahead and swing out, kill Banana Hat, and take the round for GMU.
And definitely very close game right there. Very, very close matches overall so far, I'd say. And it's definitely interesting watching both of these teams go back and forth. We already have good showings from Akazi and BCAT, both of them sporting the 4-0 KD right now. Very good from both of them. And for the whole teams as a whole, especially supporting and playing around what the other team is doing.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a repeat fight between Akazi and BCAT, as both of these players did top frag for their respective teams on the last map of Cafe. It did seem as it was almost a frag fest of whoever could get the more kills out of them were able to take the rounds. It's almost like a 1v1 with a supporting cast, as everybody was just feeding them, and they were really feeling themselves.
I mean, in Invite League, we see a lot of teams drone very efficiently, and that's what lets you have your entry fraggers get a lot of kills. Like for that last round, the Anchors did very well at holding off Wisconsin, giving BCAT time to get that flank and get those subsequent kills, that let GMU take that round. And with that, we are going to go onto CCTV cash room, and this is going to be a little bit interesting because there's only 2 exothermic charges and there's no Maverick or Thatcher, so they're really going to have to rely on Zofia and Buck to go below into Lounge and try to take out Bandit as quickly as possible.
Yeah, definitely as a Bandit main, playing on Clubhouse, my team likes me to Bandit trick that wall. However, it is terrifying when on that reveal phase, you see the Zofia when they can just go right below into Lounge, click twice with that lifeline, and completely drain your HP down.
Yeah, so usually a lot of teams like to put someone towards Garage. However, in the meantime, we do have Crux already looking in towards construction. Not really going to find anyone yet. They're going to have to drone out this area of second floor master bedroom. However, there is no one there for them to find, as most of GMU is playing towards site and in Garage.
Yeah, it's definitely not a whole lot of roaming besides BCAT sitting all the way in basement.
Drone deployed.
Currently, Crux has opened up that hatch a little bit. Looks like they're just trying to get as much utility out. Trying to check their flank here. Flashes are going out, wasting the ADS. Crux is going to go take out the 2 Bandit charges, and they are going down. Looks like Turtle is going to be able to get that wall open.
Yeah, now it's definitely is shaping up to be a backside attack, but Bonsai gets a wonderful shot with the SMG-11 onto the thermite, really cleaning off the head with and putting the diffuser onto the ground.
Yeah, now GMU can sleep better at night as BCAT takes out Akazi, and with the thermite down from the previous kill, they're not going to be able to open up that exterior wall into CCTV. GMU only has to worry about a push mainly from one direction, as BCAT can watch that back stairwell.
Now, with the Capital Bolts coming in, trying to use that fire to flush out any of these deep anchors here, Tie Fry will go ahead and stun out to try to remove the ADS of GMU. BCAT will be now hopefully going for a smoke here, but as BCAT did get 1 kill on the flank, that position of the Vigil does have to linger in the back of the mind of these attackers, and they have to constantly be on edge and be worried about that Vigil coming in from behind and really punishing them.
Yeah, Wisconsin's in a little bit of a shaky situation as Tie Fry did get injured. Is able to pick themselves up though as BCAT takes out Banana. Tie Fry is going to have to withstand as it looks like Crux isn't going to have the time. Or looks like Joe is going to get the double kill, taking out Crux and finishing off Tie Fry, who was down. GMU getting a flawless round on CCTV cash.
Yeah, that's a really aggressive rotation from outside from this Jaeger, when you are a 3-speed, you can go ahead and jump out both of those windows without being detected and really surprising these attackers that stacked up inside construction.
And with that, we're gonna go to my personal favorite site, Gym Bedroom. I'm always excited to see what teams pull out here. Already, we're seeing a castle come out here, the usual pick, and it seems like Wisconsin, despite being down around, is sticking with their lineup. They are taking a nomad here, which is gonna help them really cut off the rotations from the main stairwell into the bedroom area.
Yeah, as of right now, without that Nomad, BCAT has just been
Attackers need
fully
to locate and
unleashed.
defuse
He's
bomb.
just the entire map is his playground as he's just running around, putting up his cloak, running past drones, and really punishing these attackers for not properly watching their backs.
Yeah, unlike some other maps, Clubhouse isn't the heaviest roam map. Usually you only want 1, 2 roamers max to really just play around because most of these sites, with the exception of Gym Bedroom, you have most of your players on site. With Gym Bedroom, you extend your site towards cache, as we see Joe, for instance, helping reinforcing those walls in cache, really extending their playing field, similar to how we saw teams do it on Kitchen in the previous map.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, we won't see an ACOG as these players will actually have to hold this really deep angle, watching all the way from cache into the gym window jump, and they're going to be using hollows or other 1x sites depending on their preference of reflex versus hollow. However, Banana Cat will be on this Nomad attempting to cut off any rotations and really cut off the flank.
And we're getting into the round already as Wisconsin is about to come to heads with those reinforced walls, currently known as there, but Turtle is trying to flank as quickly as possible. Is spotted a little bit, could be taken out by Crux, who is looking through that window into construction.
Yeah, now as the attackers are taking CCTV control, Crux is on this window, really trapping these players inside. Over a missed drone from Wisconsin does get the Ash killed. And a whole big slew of trades came in a 3v3 situation now with 2 minutes left on the board. The attackers have taken over CC control and are now going to look towards executing onto site.
Yeah, they're getting decent control, as you said, over there in CCTV cache room, and they have some control of construction, but that's not the site. They have to be a little more careful here, as Jason, who is looking in towards Gym Bedroom, gonna opt to drone it out, as Crux is gonna try a different approach.
Here, now the Nomad charges have gone down to try to remove BCAT's late flank that we've seen so much. Crux will go ahead and open up the logistics hatch, and the drone is coming down. He does actually drop and get aggressive and remove BCAT off the board. Now with logistics control as well as CC, these last two defenders in the smoke and the Jaeger are sort of stuck on site, and as the pincer grip attack of the attackers is pushing in, they're going to start feeling a lot of pressure from almost every side.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Buck Thermite combo come out as that wall is gonna open up from logistics into master bedroom. The smokes are going out from both directions, but with only one left, they can't stall Wisconsin out for the rest of the round. One of the smokes is already faded as the second one is slowly going away. Wisconsin's going to be able to push in as Joe is holding towards the gym. Bonsai holding on site in bathroom.
Yes, now Diffuser actually is going down as Joe does get the refrag after the smoke is removed off the board. Now in a 1v1 situation, there's 20 seconds left on the board. There most likely is not very much intel in, as Jason is going to go ahead and get this plant down. He's trying to bait out this Jaeger to swing from bathroom, but as Joe's playing in a very passive and smart way, he's taking some pre-fires in, trying to scare the Thermite off of sticking this Diffuser. He doesn't know he's to the right. However, he does find the back of the Thermite, sort of caught him with his pants down and is able to remove him as he's trying to arm that Diffuser.
Yeah, definitely very close round. A lot of the kills were just constant refrags. We really had two sets of kills there. At the very beginning, we had opening pick followed by three individual refrags, putting us at a 3v3. Then another set of 4 kills, putting us at the 1v1. Very close round. However, scoreboard doesn't really reflect that, as GMU is currently dominating this half, already at a 3-1 advantage.
However, this is to be expected with Clubhouse. It is a very defender-sided map where defenders feel comfortable. You can sort of funnel in the attackers in any which way you please. There's not much that you have to do. And as an attacker, you just have to win your gunfights on these anchors holding great angles that are really hard to remove them off of.
Yeah, I mean, as Wisconsin, you're thinking this is your own map and you're attacking first. We know that Wisconsin picking this map should be able to win at least 4 rounds on defense. So really, it's coming down to getting this next round and preventing GMU from being 1 round away from 6 rounds. And that's going to be pretty crucial. They have gone 1 for 1 on this site. GMU has won basement once, and Wisconsin has won basement once. So they're going to play a little tiebreaker here. See who can come away from this little mini-series on this site.
Yeah, and so we will see a very similar lineup to how we saw last time, with actually Bahosha swapping off of
5 seconds
the
to go.
mute in lieu of a Mozzie, sort of not going to be denying any sort of
Attackers are
breaching with the
moving
mute
out to
charges
locate a
as
bomb and
well,
defuse it.
opting to really take that offensive on the drone side of it with those tests.
We are going to have a basic opening here from Wisconsin, just taking out the usual default cameras. We are going to see B all the way in strip club, using that vigil, maybe trying to get an early pick from Jacuzzi. I would not be surprised, as it looks like Wisconsin is going to try to open up that early. Banana Cat is going to lose a drone, and Crux is going to go down due to someone in construction. That's definitely going to hurt them now, as they have to deal with this defender.
Yeah, Bahosha actually made the smart choice. I think he knew that he was downed. However, he isn't going to test his luck. He's going to go ahead and rotate back to site and lick his wounds a little bit, as he also is down on about 25 HP.
Yeah, and you have as Mozzie as C4 that you will want to save for later in the round. So putting Crux at the 20 HP, 1 shot from any gun in the game, is definitely going to be advantageous, especially as Wisconsin is spending an awful lot of time trying to push onto this garage side of Clubhouse.
We will see a Nomad charge trying to remove. Possibly they had some drone work and knew that BCat was going ahead and jumping straight up oil pit on that ladder to get these late flanks into bars that we saw on his side from these last 2 rounds. Now some drone work will go in towards Billiards. However, the drone does go right past BCat, laying prone, using his ERC-7 cloak to really stay invisible from these observation tools.
Yeah, I mean, BCat is definitely playing it smart by swapping it up. However, it's going to get spotted by a drone in a very disadvantageous position. Going to use that impact to get away, but not the best luck here, as they know he's going towards stocks. They could set up a flank to get him, but it looks like he might be safe, as he's going to get shot from behind.
He's on an absolutely insane rotation and actually does manage to get away by the grace of God. He used those impact grenades to really open up any doors that stood in his way and just used his 2-speed self to go all the way across the map while being detected.
Yeah, I know unique situation for this game. We don't see too much 5v5 30-second rounds on this series tonight, but that's what's come down to. It's only 27 seconds left in the round. They have just a 5v5 setup here with most of the players on site and most of the players pushing from main hallway and from kitchen, as Bahosha takes out Akazi's very first pick of this ending fight, as Bonsai gets going to Banana with Tie Fright and Crux getting kills, with Turtle and BCat responding. It's a 1v3. It's all up to Crux getting taken out by Bonsai. GMU will win their 4th round for the night.
Yeah, and as your Wisconsin, you did have some gunfights with these roamers early on, and it did seem as if they were the ones that got away, as they were also each able to get a pick as this attack collapsed in on site. You have to feel like it was almost like a wasted potential. If you could have gotten them off the board, however, you were unable to. They managed to slip out of your grasp and really punished you in the end.
Yeah, and currently Wisconsin needs to win this round. Going into the half 1-5 is going onto defense. Not the best luck, because most of the time a team can win 1, maybe 2 attacks at the very least. And if GMU gets to 6 points, that means both teams are going to tie. And that's not what either team wants at this point. So they're both looking to win. Whoever wins this map will walk away with a partial win.
Yeah, and, a partial win is still, you're getting 2 points, but I think the main strength out of this result for either of these sides would be denying any points to their opponent. They are still, as we talked about earlier, they're in a race to really, they could possibly push towards getting into playoffs, but the main thing is they're going to try to avoid getting relegated out of Invite League.
Yeah, that's going to be very crucial for them as they want to keep their spot. We're going to see a little bit of new operators come out here. We have not seen the Maestro nor the Jackal be picked by either team yet on this map. We did see it on Cafe, but as for Clubhouse, this is going to be the first time as we're going back to CCTV Cash Room for the last round of this half.
And we're going to see, like we said, a very similar lineup. However, Crux is opting to take the Jackal, possibly to scan some feetsies and really pressure BCat out of his hiding corners that he's been playing very well.
Oja is going to be setting up a little bit of a peek hole here as Crux is rushing in, trying to get some feet. Can't quite get them slightly out of range. BCat, however, is very deep, going for a nice deep roam late flank onto Wisconsin.
Here we will see, this is the exact position that GMU was able to force in. Wisconsin had to push in towards construction. They really got trapped. The players were able to jump out of the windows. That hatch was opened. I believe BCat got 2 kills from beneath with it, as well as some floor angles. Here, Bahoja and Bonsai both had deep angles all the way on red. And as these players funnel into those doorways, it's really not a fight that you want to take or are really able to win.
Yeah, we're minute 15, minute 20 into the round. And so far, Wisconsin is getting some control of construction wall pretty early. The frag is going to go out, but Turtle might be able to get the trick. Looks like it is going to get it, and the exothermic is going to be stopped.
That's a really good play by Turtle. He recognized that both of the frag grenades were off the board, and, he was really safe to go ahead and remove that Texan Dynamite off that wall using his bandit batteries. And now Wisconsin's not in a very good position. They don't have any more hard breach left. They can't open up this wall to get any lines of sight.
Turtle can get this. They have the last exothermic down. Looks like is going to bail on that as that wall is going to be open. Wisconsin is now going to have a nice angle here. Crux is going to be fighting Joe for that spot there, and Crux is going to be taken down by, or Crux will take down Joe, sorry, as that is a nice pick starting off. Jaeger off the board.
And Turtle still has this nitro cell in pocket. I do see some openings up on the top of the wall, possibly going to try to get a nice yeet from behind server rack using the intel from Bahoja's Evil Eye.
In the meantime, Akazi did pick up another kill onto Bonsai, sorry, but Bahoja is going to be holding down fire, managing to get 2, but Akazi and Crux are going to respond with 2 of their own. It's all up to Turtle to hold it out as Crux is going to get a team kill on Akazi. Unfortunate as Turtle does get picked off by Ty Fry. Wisconsin is going to successfully get their second round win for the map.
And that's averting some very almost disastrous team kill as Diffuser did go down and Crux did have to go ahead and pick it up and was going to be locked into that planting animation, bringing it from a 3v2 with 1 on Diffuser, so essentially a 2v1 into a 1v1, but still the Bandit, I believe, was not able to win the gunfight with the P12 going against a rifle. Not really something that you want to, not any sort of gunfight you want to take.
Yeah, and with that very exciting round back and forth, we are going to have Wisconsin defend first, opting to start with CCTV Cash Room. Similar lineups here, but GMU is opting to take that second hard breach that we had not seen Wisconsin take pretty much all night. And Valkyrie is going to be played by Wisconsin, opting for that extra intel, going pretty intel heavy with that Legion Valkyrie Maestro combo.
Yeah, especially with how these attacks for GMU have been going out, they're very structured. They really know how to play off each other well, and having any sort of intel for this defending side of Wisconsin on their side will really help in let them read to exactly what positions they're attacking, what sort of map control that they want to take, and possibly making their on-the-fly adjustments to remove that strategy.
10 seconds remaining.
AD is active in this sector.
We're gonna get right into the first
5
round
seconds left before
of the half. Wisconsin defending, GMU attacking.
attackers are moving out. to
Crux
locate
already
a
putting
bomb.
down some nice black eye spots, looking for the flanks in that forbidden bomb site.
We will see as BCAT goes ahead and puts a claymore onto that garage door. He's going to try to remove any sort of runouts that could harm both any of the hard breaching squad here with the thermite and the Hibana, as well as Bahoja is possibly he's actually droning here to see if there's anybody on site. Possibly could be trying to huck a frag grenade in through that drone hole, but as wall does go open really quickly, GMU's attack is looking quite strong as they have a good amount of map control, considering only 40 seconds passed.
Yeah, I mean, getting that opened up pretty quick. I mean, there's no hard breach denial on the side of Wisconsin, but that is probably their plan here, is they have Banana Cat sitting there with that TCSG with the ACOG on that balcony. Is going to be potentially deadly for anyone coming in through that open wall.
Now Bahoja is blasting open the outside wall of construction and going in with Bonsai's Hibana, hopefully going to be trying to get some X-Kairos pellets and opening up even more angles here, as Bonsai is able to remove the Legion of Jason Hugh off the board quickly and get the opening pick for GMU.
Bonsai is going to just try to open up this wall between construction and cash room. Crux is going to go for a C4, but not going to hit it. It's not going to land, as looks like all of those got taken out. That's pretty bad for Bonsai. That's all the X-Kairos they have.
So now Turtle is going to have to go ahead and rotate over if they want to get it out, but as Tie Fry does swing, gets a beautiful headshot onto Bonsai. Now 2 players are on the top red watching this doorway as Tie Fry does go down and is fragged out by BCAT. Akazi is also crawling on the ground. Crux is going to try to get this revive down. However, drones are coming out and the intel is here for GMU to start pushing in.
GMU has the operator advantage. With the Kazi being taken down by Joe, they are up to operators. 53 seconds left. They do have the time. Crux is going to be taken down by Bahoja, playing very aggressive. Banana Cat is going to respawn by taking out Turtle. Diffuser was going down as Banana Cat gets a second onto Joe, but is going to be taken down by Bahoja. GMU winning their first round of the half.
Yeah, Bahoja was able to remove the heroic actions of that Goyo, getting 2, almost the 3rd. You know, that was a really beautiful hip fire we saw from the TCSG. You know, it is a slug shotgun. It is a little bit more difficult to hit those hip fires, but when they do land, they are quite deadly.
Yeah, and Wisconsin's now in the danger zone. As if GMU wins one more round, Wisconsin is going to be locked out of any sort of win for the night. Going to be at the very most forced to tie it. And that's not what they want here. They want to try to get this partial win. So they're going to be putting all they can into these next defenses. They're going to have to fix something because they're going back on a CCTV cache room, a site they lost in the last round. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a few seconds ago as Bahoja was able to just fly right into sight and sort of slam everybody in his path, leaving a little wake of destruction for the rest of his team to follow through and take the map control that they needed.
Yeah, I mean, don't count Wisconsin out yet because they were down a decent amount on the previous map, and that was GMU's map, and Wisconsin managed to come back here. So they are not down for the count yet, as they're setting up pretty similar to last time. Similar lineups from both sides. Hopefully we see close game.
No, the one adjustment I really like seeing is Akazi going ahead and opting for the mute. You know, they were lacking any amount of breach denial on the last time. It allowed GMU to just go ahead and open up every wall that they wanted. But now with these mute jammers in here, they are going to have Joe on the IQ, possibly go below and take those out with the IQ scanner.
Yeah, with Maverick and Thatcher being down, Bandit and Kaid aren't necessarily bad picks, but, you know, mute works just as fine because there's no Thatcher or Thermite to really nullify your ability. And they're going to go up here and already start trying to open up that wall. We see them trying to get some position in the blue stairwell as BCAT is going to come up and peek towards stocks.
You know, as Joe is going beneath, he is going to go ahead and run into one of the roamers of Wisconsin. Ty is sitting in bathroom on the Jaeger here. Does go ahead and see the thing. You go see the shoulder of the IQ, and now with the head removed, there's a good amount of utility gone with that IQ. The scanner's gone, and it's going to make getting those mute jammers a heck of a lot more difficult.
Yeah, BCAT is going to have to brute force this, but the lifeline is able to... Oh, is actually just going to miss the signal jammer. That's unfortunate. They're going to have to waste that second impact if they have it to open that up. But they have to be careful because Joe is sitting at the top as Ty takes a double kill on the turtle.
You know, he's having an absolute great round, just running around. Really has those angles opened up on stage and is able to properly play them. And now Diffuser is on the ground. One of your hard breaches, your main hard breach of Thermite is gone. And now, with only Bonsai of the X-Cairo pellets, you now have to choose between breaching construction and CCTV wall.
And Bahoja is going to push Ty back, though. Gonna take a few shots there. Not going to connect, but pushing that roamer back is definitely going to be advantageous. But BCAT pushing in, trying to get the pinch, is going to take out Crux. One of the roamers. They still have to deal with Ty, though. Coming in from behind could possibly get a nice flank onto Bonsai in a couple seconds.
Yeah, he is using the exact same route that we saw BCAT use, just running around in basement, sort of popping up wherever he needs to be, having access to a couple of stairways to move his way through the entire map. We'll see Bahoja opening up the top angle of construction wall. Gonna go ahead and toss a nade down there to remove the mute jammer and allow the X-Kairos of Habana, but Ty does get a third pick onto BCAT here. He's having an absolutely great round as Bahoja is taking some pop shots onto the anchors last seen in cash. He's gonna go ahead and just put an absolute range of bullets down towards top red, and now with a Goyo shield popping off, it is gonna remove the possibility of entering that doorway. An impact nade goes ahead and takes him down to another 5 HP. Diffuser is down and far away, and Bahoja's in a 1v4 situation. Not much he can do here, as Jason Hugh does go ahead and swing out and remove Bahoja off of the board.
Yeah, definitely good hold from Wisconsin. Exactly what they needed. Not only did Bahoja not have enough time to swiftly get those 4 kills, but Diffuser is also away, so that option was off the board. The roamers, especially Ty and Crux, doing very well in terms of not only getting kills, but slowing down the push from GMU. They are going to have to go off of that site now that they won it, going back to Church Arsenal. First time they have been there tonight on defense.
Yeah, and you know, that's the main thing you want with your roamers. You want them to stay alive as much as possible, because a successful roam isn't even defined by how many kills you get. Sure, it's nice if you're just running around as Jaeger and you're getting 3 kills like Ty did, but the main thing he was doing was keeping the attackers away from those necessary positions that they had to take in order to get their execute. The main thing you want as a roamer is to just waste as much time as possible, and Ty was definitely able to do that last round.
Yeah, and especially taking out the IQ pretty early. That was a very big pick. We're going to see GMU run again, not only the Nomad, but they're taking the double hard breach, which not only lets them take out all 3 of those hatches, but they potentially can get that back wall on Church towards the main stairwell open that we're looking at right now. And that's a common strategy we see, especially in Open League, where teams like to play that wall a lot. That's the most common plant site we see. Wisconsin, we've seen try to plant from the kitchen hatch, but GMU is a totally different team, and we'll see how they play this out.
Yeah, it's definitely always interesting to see exactly how these two different high-level teams have such a wide variety of strats. Every team plays everything so differently, and that's the beauty of Siege, in my opinion.
And I'm definitely excited for this round because Wisconsin has a good chance to come back, but if GMU wants to lock them out of any sort of loss tonight, they have to get this round win right here. It's all on the table for both teams. This round win is absolutely crucial to both.
Yeah, any sort of momentum you get here, I think if GMU does manage to take this 6-3, I think they're going to be able to ride this out because they will have guaranteed 1 point, and that really does do a good high merit support for them. It really boosts morale here, and possibly they will be able to go ahead and take it into getting the final round that they need to secure a partial win. However, if you're Wisconsin, you really have to keep your heads up and know that the game isn't quite over. You can still secure this. You could go on a 4-round win streak and just take the whole map. But as Ty does go ahead and remove the head of B-Cap here with a beautiful shot all the way from strip, really using the hole that the Zofia made to his own advantage.
Yeah, Tyfry Emergent is one of the top frags now for Wisconsin in this map. Still doing very good on the roam. GMU is taking their time as they know that the roamers are out there. Very prevalent as Tyfry looks like he's taking some shots at Joe. Joe's actually going to be taken down by Tyfry. Is going to get the double kill right off the bat. GMU losing their players, but Bahoja is going to respond by taking out Tyfry as Turtle also picks up Jason Hu, tying it back up.
Yeah, now with the Legion off the board, you definitely, as a Legion player, you don't want to die very early. However, there's not much you can do when these holes are being open and you're in a hard position to hold. You know, people are holding these deep angles. There's not much you can do to move. However, as you are removed early, you don't get as many goo mines to throw down and slow down the push of the attackers.
Bonsai, however, did get that hatch open, so they are going to have some control there. Bahoja is currently sitting on the central stairwell. We did see Turtle start to drone in for Bonsai, but they're going to have to play pretty safe. As Bahoja's trying to push up, Akazi is going to pick up Turtle, though. This is looking like it could swing in the favor of Wisconsin here. Their Echo's still up, and as I say that, Bahoja takes out Banana Cat, putting it at a 2v2.
Yeah, with Diffuser actually not in the hands of the attackers, Bonsai is retrieving it from dirt, as he will have to take the shots onto the ACOG of the MP5K silenced of Akami's Echo here. But as Bahoja does get the crucial pick in, now it's a 1v1 situation, 17 seconds left on the clock. And he does actually not, he lacks the critical information of exactly where the Echo is, and Bahoja's back is lit up by a barrage of bullets as Akazi takes the round for Wisconsin.
Definitely the round Wisconsin needed. They are one round away from tying this up 5-5, and that's pretty crucial because that's almost exactly what we saw on the last map. We saw Wisconsin bring it to 5-5 from 4-5, and then the eventual tie. So we're seeing shadows of last map. If we looked at the scoreboard, which we just saw a second ago, there are a lot of double-digit kills coming out from these players. Insanely close game this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready for round 10 on Gym Bedroom.
You know, I think this is definitely the most pivotal round of right here in this map. If Wisconsin is able to win Gym Bedroom, it will be all tied up. And the main thing out of that is that they will have access back to CCTV and then access back to the basement sites that they have been able to win.
And also on the other side of that coin, if GMU wins this, they guarantee that at the very least they're getting a tie for the series tonight, which will help them. They are sitting currently below Wisconsin in the rankings, being fourth in their division, Wisconsin in third, and winning this could potentially bump them to third depending on how the points fall out. It's not a guarantee, but it definitely can't hurt to get points where they can.
Yeah, every point matters so much in Invite. You know, you have these cross-divisional, it's almost like an NFL style where you have your 4 divisions of 4, but then after you do your round robin, you take your 3 other teams in your division, you get put over to another division and try to take some points off of a new team you've never played again. And then now we're seeing the back half as these teams have played before, and both teams are going to try to take the points on this familiar matchup.
It's definitely going to be an exciting round here. As you said, everything is on the table. We're already seeing a pretty quick start as Bonsai is already trying to open up that wall. Forge CCTV cash room, but Wisconsin has a lot of frag power there as Tyfry is sitting on that eastern stairwell, ready to kill anyone coming in.
You know, we have seen just an absolute resurgence of Tyfry and a very strong fragging role. He has just gone ahead and taken away, was it Akami was the last, Akazi, pardon me, as I say that, Akazi is able to go ahead and take out the Thermite of Turtle, really proving that he is the fragger we saw last map, as he does take the Ella with the absolute bullet hose of a Scorpion weapon.
Oh, Joe is going to actually take down Bahoja. Unfortunate team kill there as their Thermite and Kappa Tower down. That's definitely going to hurt their breach and plant capabilities. Bonsai is still alive with the diffuser though, but they're going to have to be very careful as if Bonsai goes down, they have no means of hard breach with a minute and a half left in the round.
Also, if Bonsai dies, he's going to drop that diffuser. And as we say that, Akazi gets aggressive and jumps out the window and just absolutely scalps Bonsai of the Habana. Akazi is going to get aggressive again and jump out again, get another kill onto the Nomad of Joe. Akazi's going absolutely crazy on this Ella.
Now Wisconsin, just as to chill, as I say that, Crux is going to take out BCAT. As if we predicted it, just like last map, Wisconsin is going to come back. It is 5-5 with 2 rounds left to go. We are guaranteed to play this map through to the 12th round. I'm very excited. As you said, we are going to go back to CCTV Cash Room. This is a map that both teams have won and lost in this half, so this could go either way.
Yeah, this is, like I said, last round was really important. We're going to go ahead and see the ramifications of that gym hold win from Wisconsin. They looked really strong and were hitting some absolutely crazy shots. You know, that last kill, we didn't give enough credit as a beautiful one-tap from the UMP of Castle.
Yeah, props to Akazi for that triple kill. 2 of them being runouts concurrently in a row, sequentially, concurrently at the same time would not make sense in this case. But besides that, we are going to round 11.
You know, words are really hard, and we don't get enough credit as casters. We've got to just continually pose out words that try to make sense as we're relaying this information to everybody.
That's very true.
You know, we're seeing a very similar hold as Akazi is going to go ahead and play the mute, trying to get aggressive with that shotgun and SMG-11 combination that both mute and smoke are really known for bringing with these SAS operators. Here, mute will be the primary form of breach denial for this defensive hold, as Jason Hugh will be throwing out some goo mines to try to give as much intel as possible for exactly how the push of GMU is pandering out to be.
Yeah, we are going to see a very quick play from Joe, trying to take some pot shots through that exterior construction wall. Not going to hit anybody, but that's going to send a little warning to Wisconsin that they're going to be coming for that. We are going to see similar line here as Crux is going to be roaming towards Jim's side as Turtle opens up that exterior wall. Maybe
it's
not,
actually
as the
muted.
chamber is still there, yeah.
Tyfry is looking very comfortable in conjunction with Crux as they're roaming on this backside towards billiards, bathroom, and strip. Usually a not very high traffic area, but it is a good place for roamers to sit idly by and wait to pounce on unsuspecting attackers from behind.
Gonna have to drone out here, doing pretty good in terms of the drone department, already droning out construction. However, they are gonna watch out for Tyfry, currently making their way from bar into lounge. Can prove potentially deadly with a run out from stocks, or if they run into BCAT, sorry.
Yeah, BCAT has quieted down a little bit from his performance last map, but you know, he still has that fragging potential on the Zofia. The really strong operator, essentially an Ash on steroids with a little bit more utility and a little bit more armor.
And a half in the round here. We're seeing the flashbangs go out quite a lot, actually, as BCAT is going to peek up, get flashed a little bit. Bonsai is going to take some shots into Cash Room. Not going to really land too many, as Bahoja is going to throw a frag, trying to take out anyone. Going to not knack.
He actually was able to get the mute jammer off the wall, and now Bonsai will be looking to use his X-Kairos pellets to blast open some lines of sight. However, there is a player beneath who goes ahead and removes them. Crux is able to go ahead and take out Turtle. Now the Thermite is off the board, but Bahoja is able to get the refrag onto the Jaeger playing beneath.
That's not the only roamer, though, as Crux is still very far away in Strip Club. Bahoja seems to be aware that someone might be there, but only 43 seconds left in the round. Can they spend the time to worry about that?
Yeah, Jason Hugh is going to get aggressive on this mid-cash room hold. He's using the bomb as a good bit of cover, as he also has the Goyo shield on the door that can waste a little bit of time, but Bahoja is going beneath and going to push up red stairs to try to remove these players holding the deep angle here, as he is able to go ahead and actually, no, Bonsai gets the kill onto the Legion here, as Crux does manage to go ahead and flank out Bahoja, but BCAT gets a frag on sight onto Akazi. Diffuser is going down with 12 seconds left in a 3v1 situation. There are some Nomad charges that Crux needs to dodge, but he's coming up red stairs, can use the rotate hold to go into either site here, but Joe is going to go ahead and hold a deep angle, but is fragged out by Crux. Crux needs some quick heroics to get the ace clutch to really keep the hope of Wisconsin alive. But now he knows where Diffuser is, but Bonsai is holding a deep angle and is able to go ahead and take out Crux to take the round for GMU and push it to map point.
Yeah, and with that, GMU secures that they will at least tie tonight, as Wisconsin cannot win this map nor the series. Looks like a very real chance that we could have a total tie tonight, and that would be definitely interesting from these two teams. Very exciting game coming forward. As you said, it's the point for the map. We are going to go down to Basement Church Arsenal.
Yeah, it's definitely, in this instance, both teams have played such great Siege and put on a real good show for you guys sitting at home and tuning in. So it would be a fair assessment and of both games to see a total tie. However, I don't think either team wants it. GMU is definitely going to be hungry for this extra point and denying the point for Wisconsin.
Yeah, and that's going to be pretty crucial in terms of with GMU's playoffs. Every point they can get, especially sitting at bottom of their current division, it's going to help them out. But, you know, we got to play out this last round. We are seeing Akazi take up that Echo.
Yeah, and the Echo, Akazi did play really strong with that ACOG. He was able to just completely shut down any attacking from dirt, as well as he moved over towards that gold pallets area and used the rotate holes in a way that really surprised the IQ of Bahoja in that 1v1 clutch here. And any operator you want in a clutch situation, I think most people would pick Echo because of the intel you have, as well as a strong gun. Being a 3 armor 2, get that little bit of extra beef on you. You can take a few extra shots.
Looks like we are just getting started. Joe is going to take the same pot shots as last time, just checking to make sure no one's going to peek them from there. Opting to go buy stocks and drone out as Bahoja's going to rush in, probably going towards kitchen. Hibana charge is already going out on the blue hatch from stocks. GMU making pretty quick work of this corner of the map, but they do not know that Tie Fry is right above them.
Yes, he's definitely lingering above. We have seen him, like we've said, every round. He's been on a real deep roam and is artfully maneuvering past drones and getting some really great flank kills. Here's Turtle is going to go ahead and open up dirt and expose Akazi, really force him out of that strong anchoring position where you're safe from most sides. It also offers a good backup plan for these attackers to possibly funnel down towards if time gets really low.
And we just heard those X-Kairos go out again. Bonsai is going to successfully open the kitchen hatch. Jason, who is going to be right below there with Banana Cat sitting on Church. Akazi is going to see someone droning out from dirt with Tie Fry still chilling at master bedroom.
Yeah, he's going to be going on this deep flank. He's going to try to go down towards these back new blue stairs. Possibly will have access into bar, or he will be behind B-Cat if he doesn't know. Bahoja does go ahead and take some shots onto Akazi here, trying to remove this player from dirt, but as Tie Fry is moving towards CCTV, there's not very much intel on his position, and he could cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a minute 15 left. We're down for an epic finish to the series tonight with 5 players left on each team. B-Cat is going to fire some shots, but not going to connect. It's coming down to the wire with just slightly over a minute left. B-Cat is watching their back. Tie Fry is very close to getting this kill.
Yeah, they don't seem to know the location of either operator, but as Bahoja is playing above Moto, he's going to push down towards and open up some angles to try to flush out any players and open up this kitchen drop for a plant on this thermite.
40 seconds left. The frag looks like it's going to go out. Akazi is camping pretty safe in dirt as Jason, who gets a first pick on a Bahoja. Going to be pretty big for Wisconsin as they need every pick they can get here. Tie Fry is flanking, is actually going to take down Joe, sorry, as Bonsai takes out Kazi with Turtle taking down Crux. Banana Cat's going to respawn, taking down Turtle with a refrag. Jason, who is going to be down as Tie Fry takes up the double kill with 1 HP. It's all up to B-Cat, who is full health, is going to manage to take down Banana Cat. Cat versus Cat is actually going to take down Jason, who, and looks like Tie Fry with 1 bullet's worth of health remaining ties up the series tonight for Wisconsin. 12-12 round score between the two maps. Very good game.
Yeah, that was an absolute wonderful game. I really almost thought BCAT was gonna be able to get it out considering both players were so low, and it was just such a hard situation. But the Jaeger of a tie fry was just too much to handle with that 416C just ripping his head off.
Yeah, very, very nice game tonight. I enjoyed that. It was a great Saturday evening. Great game to start off my spring break. For those of you on spring break, I hope you enjoyed. And for those of you not, I hope you make it to spring break. We have more games coming up soon. Let's check when the next one is. On Monday, we have WMU versus SU at 3 or 9 p.m. Sorry, definitely not 3 p.m. It is at 9 p.m. Be sure to be there. CDAPS, do you have anything else to add about what we saw tonight?
It was a really great game, and I think everybody here enjoyed it definitely. But I would like to go ahead and take this time now to thank our sponsors over at Rogue Energy. They supply us with all that energy we need to cast, run everything, as well as our players. If you use code CEA at checkout, you do get 10% off, which is a really great deal for their product, as well as our friends over at Corsair, helping to beef up our prize pool a little bit, as well as they do supply some really high grade peripherals or computer parts, as well as people over at New GG supplying the apparel here. I know there will be some CEA merch coming soon, as well as some of the teams in CEA have opted to have their online shops run through this, and you can get their jerseys to go ahead and support whoever you choose.
And with that,
Alrighty,
I'm King of Dopenshire.
and I'm CDAPS.
Have a good night, everybody. Have a good spring break and a good week.